What's good? It's your boy Lee Black, the host of Real Talk for Real Men, also with TFG Ratchet. Let's talk about P. Diddy because we can't seem to get away from it. The hits just keep on coming. P. Diddy's in a fight of his life, ever since the issue with Cassie and he paid $30 million. The hits keep coming left and right. They don't stop. Well, recently, Columbus Short, the actor, he's now come forward after being a guest on a one-on-one podcast show and talking about the fact that he felt like P. Diddy was grooming him. P. Diddy's being accused of all kinds of things. The rats are coming out of the woodwork from everywhere. Columbus Short, actor, is basically saying that back in 2008, when they was making the movie A Raisin in the Sun, that P. Diddy called him up in the middle of the night when he was in bed with his wife. He said it was about 2 a.m., and P. Diddy basically called him up and say, hey, why don't you come over? Come hang out with me. I'm in a hotel by myself. Columbus Short goes on to say that, he felt like that was grooming him. Although he declined the offer, he feel like that P. Diddy in that moment was grooming him, I guess, for sexual activity. He went on to say that he has never seen P. Diddy do anything actually, but on the heels of all of these allegations, he's thinking back now that this was probably P. Diddy grooming him. Folks, I got a problem with this type of bullshit. You don't need enemies when you got fuckboys like this. Let's first of all consider the source. Columbus Short was once an up-and-coming actor. This person starred in the Stomp the Yard films. He was in Scandal. He played a really nice role in Cadillac Records. He can legitimately act. And he was on the upswing at one point. This should have been one of the young actors that should be playing some of the roles that you see go to Michael B. Jordan. He is that good. He has talent. So I'm not going to take that away from him. But he also has a turbulent family life that we can't ignore. He's been married 3 times, felony record, constantly in trouble with the law. Career certainly haven't panned out the way that it should have. And here we are. You're coming forward now when this man is in a fight for his life, and you're bringing up a fuckboy story from 2008, and it's 2024. And what I despise about this again, and those who don't know me, this speaks to that fucking Me Too movement, where people are allowed to retroactively go back and bring up memories and stories as they've had time to now regurgitate them and actually impugn someone's character. And once you put the story out there, that person, whether they're innocent or guilty, they are now in a horrible position that they have to prove their innocence. So how do you go back now and speak on what might have been a harmless incident from 2008 and validate and verify whether or not you was just simply inviting a dude over to maybe smoke, drink, get some pussy? For us guys out there, how many of us have not called up a buddy when we had some pussy over or had some shit set up? One of my best sexual encounters came from my partner who put in a call to me, and oh, by the way, it was later than 2 a.m. And you know what my boy said to me? He simply said, "Partner, I got me one." He didn't have to say no more. The phone dropped, the clothes went on. I went over there, and he had a fat pussy white girl over there, and we beat the living breaks off that bitch. That's all it took. Now, I don't know if P. Diddy like women, men, girls, or anything in between, but I hate the fact that in the midst of all his legal troubles, you got fuckboys like this coming forward with bullshit stories, because if you're a man, if you're a fucking man, and you truly felt this dude was trying to groom you, why didn't you address that man in that moment? We've never heard any instances where y'all had beef, where you stepped to this man and said, "Hey, look, I don't play that game. I like bitches. I like pussy. Don't do that fuck shit with me." But you wait all these years later, and now you want to sit comfortably on some podcast show and tell this story when he is in no position to defend himself? Because if he speaks on it, he's giving credibility to your fuckboy story. So he has to sit and take it. And that is the Me Too movement, folks, where it's modern day McCarthyism, that your character comes under the assault and you can't win because you're already guilty in the eyes of the public. And the burden of proof is on you to prove or disprove something fucking years ago, decades ago. But you want to sit on this show and call yourself a man, but you didn't step to this man when it happened. Folks, let me tell you something. If I'm laying in bed with my girl, my woman, my wife, and a dude calls me up and I even remotely suspect he's trying to fuck me or get some ass or whatever, I'm sitting up in that bed, I'm checking that motherfucker right then and there. You don't hold that. But it's fuckboys like this. Who needs enemies when you got fuckboys like this on your heels? Whatever you're going through, my brother P. Diddy, I'm going to say the same about P. Diddy I said about R. Kelly. Sean Combs, I don't know what you're about. P. Diddy, we're not going to erase from memory of men your contribution to music. Keep strong, fight the good fight, do what you need to do. I know that you're in a horrible position, my brother, and I hate it for you. I truly don't know whether you're innocent or guilty, but I do resent that fuck boys can come out the woodwork, rats can crawl out from underneath their holes, and now everybody's coming for you because money is involved and greed is a motherfucker. Anyway, this is Lee Black. The views expressed belong to me and me alone. They do not necessarily reflect those of the channel, so don't hold it against the family. If you want to come from somebody and their views, come for me because I said it. God bless.